I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. It's common for parents of high school seniors to joke, at least when he goes off to college, we won't have to feed him. Think of how much that we're going to save on grocery bills. If you look carefully at actual college costs, that might not be such a joke. According to the Education Data Initiative, the average cost of attending a four-year in-state institution is now $27,146 a year, while private nonprofit colleges average just over $56,000. Numbers like these are a source of anxiety for so many families, to the degree that some of them see higher education as so unaffordable that they're not even going to pursue it. A 2024 survey of more than 2,100 high school juniors and seniors found that 67% of families had ruled out colleges based solely on the published price. And that's up from 58% just 2 years earlier. A separate survey of more than 21,000 college-bound students put that figure at 81%. Perhaps most telling, peer-reviewed research published in Education, Finance, and Policy found that students apply to colleges less often when sticker prices rise. Yet that sticker price, especially for private colleges, is often far higher than what students actually end up paying. Tuition discounting and financial aid can significantly reduce the total out-of-pocket cost. There's a recent study that found the average discount rate for full-time undergraduates at private institutions hit an all-time high last year. Now get this, at 56.3%. Add that to an average federal grant of just over $5,000, and those are grants that don't have to be repaid. And the net cost of a private college education for many students falls roughly to $30,000 a year. Now this compares pretty favorably to state schools. Then there's the saving on the grocery bill factor. According to USDA's Expenditures on Children by Families report, the average teenage child living at home costs a family about $17,000 a year when you add up food, clothing, and other basic living expenses. For higher income families who realistically expect to send their children to college, the number frequently exceeds $20,000 a year. If a family spends $17,000 to $20,000 a year on a teenager at home, and the net cost of college runs around $30,000 a year, one way to look at this is that sending the kid to college only adds about $10,000 to $13,000 a year to what the family's already spending. Now, obviously, this is very simplified math. It doesn't factor in the costs for a high schooler like phone plans, clothes, health insurance, and transportation that parents most likely would continue to pay for a college student. The larger point, though, is that it's a mistake to make decisions about college based on the published or average costs. Each family needs to do its own work to compare schools, research grants, and scholarships that are available and explore loan options. It's also really important to look realistically at its own current and potential spending. For example, if a high school graduate gets an entry-level job rather than going to college, would they still live at home with parents, still providing some financial support? Now, none of this is meant to discount the real financial weight of higher education. Student loan debt is a legitimate concern, and the return on a college degree varies enormously by field, institution, and student. The key here is to look realistically and specifically at each student's needs and interests. You need to look at each family's finances and all of the sources for funding and support that might be available. And that's a big job because there's a lot of options to be explored. It's also helpful to think of those first few years after high school as an investment in the future. Making thoughtful choices can help safeguard the parent's financial well-being as well as supporting the child's future. Thanks for listening.